All right, well, in a surprise reversal, President Trump has paused those hefty tariffs on most U.S. trading partners.
That's right. The move has fueled the stock market spike, has many leaders breathing a sigh of relief. Washington correspondent Hannah Brandt live in D.C. with more on the stunning turnaround on all of this. We just don't know how long this is going to last, Hannah.
Good morning. Yeah, that's the key here. But this is a significant shift from President Trump. And his administration says that it wasn't the market meltdown behind this tariff pause, instead saying it was the flood of countries reaching out to negotiate.
We don't want to hurt countries that don't need to be hurt, and they all want to negotiate.
Exactly a week after announcing his massive tariff plan, the president changed course, putting a 90-day pause on the steep reciprocal tariffs for dozens of countries to give his team time to negotiate new trade deals.
You have to have flexibility to do it right, and that's what we have. We brought everybody to the table.
But the pause does not extend to China. Instead, President Trump is raising U.S. tariffs on the country to 125% after China hiked its tariffs on the U.S.
I'm not calling it a trade war, but I'm saying that China has escalated, and President Trump responded very courageously.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says that sends a clear message.
Do not retaliate, and you will be rewarded.
The pause announcement gave global markets a huge boost after days of dramatic drops, a result the president proudly touted.
The biggest increase in the history of the stock market, that's pretty good.
But Democratic lawmakers are calling out the back and forth.
This is government by chaos. He keeps changing things from day to day.
And they argue the uncertainty is bad for business.
The president is issuing tariffs by tweet, and nobody has any idea how they're supposed to allocate capital for the next day, much less for the next 10 years. So this is
The administration says it's keeping its 10% baseline tariffs in place, and there are still 25% tariffs being imposed on Mexico and Canada, as well as on certain imports. Live in Washington, I'm Hannah Brandt.
Hannah, you did say this is a 90-day pause, so does that mean we could go through this whole thing again?
We definitely could. The president himself says that this may not last. And if things stay as they are and the administration doesn't announce any trade deals, the pause is set to lift in early July.
Yeah, change is the only constant in life.
All right. Thank you, Hannah Brandt, reporting from Washington, D.C.